why should we even sell our Amazon business? Like if it's profitable or not profitable?
Okay, great question. This is something that's been going on for years, buying and selling Amazon businesses. It's still going on today, though it's shifted in many ways. And most Amazon businesses today, let's be honest, they're less profitable for many different reasons. There's more competition. Um, Amazon freight has been increased. PPC costs have risen dramatically. Shipping costs, almost everything is more expensive today. Tariffs, of course. Ultimately, if you're not able to lower your cost prices, you're probably making less and less, every year.
Yeah, so like Omar said, it's pretty much any aspect of the business that's gotten more expensive, whether it's shipping, product, fees, almost anything. So if you ran an Amazon business 5, 10 years ago, most chances it was more profitable. And of course, there's inflation, and it always happens when price rise, and you need to either increase your prices, reduce your costs, but you cannot stay just sleeping and not catching up to what's going on in the market. You have to adjust yourself. And yeah, for all of those reasons, it's a reason to sell. If you're less profitable and you don't see how you can manage to turn this around, then you might better off capitalize on what you have, which this leads me to the next reason, which is when you build a successful business, it's hard work. It's a lot of failures along the way, and you've built something that is profitable right now, and it's making money. You never know what can happen in the future, and sometimes you just want to capitalize on what you built. So it's worth something now. You want to take advantage of that. Maybe you take your money, you invest it in other businesses, in other types of investments. It can be anything, but that's also a reason a lot of people are not considering. They're thinking, yeah, it's making money right now, so why would anyone want to sell it? Well, it's still a possibility to take this money and do other things with it. So that is another option. People have other opportunities. We just had a seller that has a profitable business right now. She's selling it with us currently, and she opened another business while she was running the Amazon business, and it became much more successful. And now she wants to move on to that business, and she has no use in the Amazon business anymore. So there can be different reasons for it, and yeah, that's important. And another important note, which Omer, I think, can agree with me, I think 90%, 80% of the business that wants to sell and come to us, a lot of them are in a bad situation compared to where they was in the past. So they're thinking about selling when things go wrong, not when it's going well. And that's usually when you get a lower evaluation.
Yeah, because you mean if it's
Sure.
going well, it means there's might be a higher multiplier for the for the business. It means we can
Right.
be sold for higher price. People are thinking, oh, I'm on the wave now. Why don't I continue? And rightfully so, it might continue, but it might not. And then when it goes down, people are hesitating, but the multiplier is not as high already. So gotta find that right spot, right?
Exactly. And in most cases, we do see the businesses, they depreciate over time. It is extremely hard uh, to continue growing an Amazon business. And we all have products that we try, and they're less successful. We try
Yeah.
things with PPC and it doesn't work. We want to get a higher ranking and it doesn't always work. We all have problems, with logistics and shipping issues and things that are getting lost, and reimbursements. We haven't even discussed that.
Ooh,
You hardly get anything today from reimbursements.
true.
And another thing, it's almost impossible today to get better cost prices uh, from the factory. Everything has increased over the years.
Yeah. Well, the only way to kind of keep going, also based on my experience, somewhat is if possible, through data we have now, we can try to improve our listings. We can, if we're lucky and our reviews are in good situation, and I mean we have like decent rating, we can try to raise prices. And again, it depends on the niche. Sometimes it's not that easy to raise prices because it's already saturated, and it just the market is just not gonna, you might raise it, but because there's so much competition, you might not even be able to do that. So yeah,